No, no, I'm, I'm surprised. You don't look gay. Oh, boy. Well, at least gosh, I caught myself. I hope I'm not the type of person who walks around thinking in stereotypes.
It's okay. Believe me, we're a pretty diversified lot. You can take my word for it.
It's October 31st, and today in queer TV history, in 1983, the popular soap opera All My Children had just launched daytime drama's first ongoing, self-accepting, openly queer role, child psychologist Lynn Carson, a lesbian character played by Donna Pescow. Lynn had moved to Pine Valley after a breakup and quickly became close friends with Devon, a straight single mom with a daughter named Bonnie. Devon had been on the show for 6 years, enduring a string of disastrous relationships with men, most recently with a doctor named Cliff, who was about to dump her for his ex-wife. Lynn became Devon's emotional pillar and another role model for Bonnie. Lynn came out to Devon in the previous episode after Devon asked if she and her child could move into Lynn's spare room.
You know, personally, I guess I don't know a lot about gay people.
I'm sure you know more than you think. You've probably had a lot of gay friends and colleagues and didn't know about it.
Well, you're definitely the first person to tell me.
Well, I was going to tell you at some point, but when you suggested moving in, I thought I should tell you now.
Well, thank you for being honest with me, and believe me, Lynn, I don't condemn...
I know that, Devon. But...
I
have a feeling you'd like to ask a few questions, but you're afraid to be rude.
This all seems rather quaint now, but these scripts date from the Reagan era, a very conservative time. Back then, most Americans thought they didn't know any gay people at all, and they knew very little about us. Much of what the public did know came from lies and stereotypes spread by certain right-wing politicians and TV evangelists. If we keep all of that in mind, these clips will make much more sense. So, even though Devon considers herself progressive on this particular issue, she admits she doesn't know much about gay people, and she has questions.
How long have you been gay?
Always.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not a matter of choice. I mean, I've been gay ever since I was aware of my own sexuality.
I guess you must have had to come to terms with that at some point.
Oh, yeah. I tried to hide it for the longest time, but when I went to college, it finally came out.
Was that difficult?
No, actually, it was very natural. For the first time, I found people who felt as I did. And for the first time, I fell in love.
With a woman? With a woman.
Yeah, Devon, that's what being gay is all about.
Of course, Devon, that's what being gay... I'm sorry, that was a stupid thing to say.
No, it's okay. Yes, and it was good and it was bad, just like any first love.
All My Children was one of several soaps created by the queen of the modern soap opera, Agnes Nixon. As head writer, Nixon was committed to depicting real-life social issues. She had started thinking about gay and bisexual inclusion on her shows in the late 70s, when gay rights were the hot topic in the news, but it took another 6 years for the character of Lynn to emerge. Nixon waited because she thought soap operas were a tricky environment for queer regular characters. She explained that, given the pervasive prejudice against gay people at the time, you would expect a fair number of characters on any soap to be hostile to them, and she wanted to find a narrative structure that would allow an ongoing portrayal without other characters' prejudice becoming the center of the story. In 1983, she found the solution. First of all, it was decided that Lynn would only be on the show for just over 2 months. That was announced up front, and in part it was a practical consideration because 2 months was how long Donna Pescow was going to be available. And within the story, only 2 characters ever find out that Lynn is a lesbian, so that solved that narrative problem. However, Agnes Nixon and the other writers of All My Children also did some really smart things here. 2 of the popular myths back then were that queer people are emotionally and psychologically unstable and pose a physical and emotional threat to children. But Lynn is written as the opposite of that stereotype. She's a very effective child psychologist, someone who is a source of emotional and psychological stability and safety for children. Now let's look at some clips from near the end of Lynn's story, not long before she leaves Pine Valley. It is December 1983. Lynn, Devon, and little Bonnie are planning to spend Christmas together, and I apologize in advance for the video quality here. My original VHS tape of this looks like, well, it looks like this. And when I cleaned it up, I may have overprocessed it just a smidge. Anyway, another popular myth in that era was that no one is naturally gay or bi, but that people turn queer only after they are quote-unquote recruited. And the scripts about Lynn push back against that idea, at least implicitly. Devon, after yet another bad relationship with a man, has convinced herself that she's in love with Lynn. Now, Lynn knows her friend well enough to know that Devon is really only into guys, and it's Lynn who puts the brakes on the idea of a romantic relationship.
I think you are confusing a really nice friendship with a lot of other things.
No, I don't think I am. I know what I'm saying. I'm in love with you.
No, not in love.
Yes, in love. I want to be with you, and I want to share things with you.
Devon, please don't.
I don't know. Maybe you don't right now feel about it the same way as I do.
Devon, I love you. But as a friend, not as a lover.
Why not? Why not as a lover? Am I attractive to you?
That's a good question.
Am I?
I honestly never thought of you that way. Devon, I know that you're straight. I knew nothing would ever happen between us.
But people can change, can't they?
Sometimes. But you wouldn't be happy.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because I know you, Devon. No matter how many men have hurt you, you would never be content in a lesbian relationship.
I would be content in a relationship that makes me happy, and you make me happy. I don't think you know how much I look forward to seeing you and being with you. You make me feel wanted and wonderful and loved, and I haven't felt that way in a long time.
You mean a lot to me. You are a wonderful, lovely woman. But you don't love me, not in a romantic way. Look, I have accepted you. You have warm feelings towards me because of that. You're transferring your feelings for Cliff with feelings for me.
I need you, and I want you to need me. I want to be a part of your life in every way.
You know, I don't think that I have ever been so touched in all my life.
I love you. I feel awkward a little bit maybe at the moment because I didn't think it was possible for me to love a woman. But I do, and I couldn't hope to be with anyone more wonderful than you.
Now, this ABC soap opera was not the very first portrayal of same-sex desire on a daytime serial. In 1977, NBC's Days of Our Lives had an exploitative, melodramatic recurring character named Sharon Duvall, a bisexual psychiatric patient who was paranoid and had delusions that her husband Carl was cheating on her when, in fact, it was Sharon who was trying really hard to cheat on Carl with both a man and a woman. Sharon attempted suicide several times because the woman she kept hitting on was straight and uninterested in her. It's possible that in the entire first 30 years of American TV soap operas, Sharon was the only ongoing portrayal of an openly queer character. And almost as soon as Sharon came out, she patched things up with her husband and they immediately moved to Spain, never to be seen again. Oh, side note, if any of you has video of that story from Days of Our Lives, I would love to see it. That same year, in 1977, The Young and the Restless was supposed to have a story where one of its main characters, Kay Chancellor, was going to have a brief romantic affair with another woman. But viewers got wind of it, and longtime fans sent a deluge of angry letters, causing the planned story to be cancelled. So in this context, Lynn on All My Children was a considerable step forward, and over the course of the 1980s, there were a few such exceedingly cautious, short-lived gay characters on daytime TV. The other notable example being the character of Hank Elliott on the CBS soap As the World Turns in the late 1980s. After that, in the 90s and 2000s, Agnes Nixon's ABC soaps All My Children and One Life to Live would become trailblazers for queer content in daytime, culminating with the arrival of the very first lesbian soap opera heroine, Bianca Montgomery, on All My Children in the year 2000. I've already posted some Bianca videos on this channel, and I plan to do a whole video about her once I get more episodes digitized. Thanks for watching. I'm Stephen Capsuto, author of the book Alternate Channels, Queer Images on 20th Century TV. And if you'd like to know more about LGBTQ images on American television, subscribe to the channel.